everyone. I would like to call the Economic Development and Planning Committee. It is 6 p.m. Discussion? No discussion. We will move right along to our resolutions. First resolution is to establish the Montgomery County Legislature as lead agency in the seeker determination for review of the Agricultural District Number 2. Do I have a sponsor and a second? Legislator Sweet and Legislator Wilson. Discussion? No discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. We'll move on to the second resolution. Second resolution is accepting grant renewal for Montgomery County Micro Enterprise Program Home and Community Renewals. Do I have a sponsor and a second?
Sponsor.
Legislator Sweet and Legislator Headwell. Sorry. Discussion? No discussion. Moving on. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. Resolution amending the 2025 operation budget farmland protection. I need a sponsor and a second. Herbie and Legislator Kowalczyk. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. Okay, moving on. Resolution establishing negative declaration, and seeker determination for review of the Agriculture District Number 2. Do I have a sponsor and a second? Legislator Wilson. Vice Chair Majewski. Discussion. No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. Resolution modifying the Montgomery County Agricultural District. Do I have a sponsor and a second?
Sponsor.
Legislator Wilson, Legislator Kowalczyk. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. And we also have an add-on resolution. Resolution authorizing the amendment to purchase and sale agreement between the Montgomery County and Penny Rose New York Developer LLC. Do I have a sponsor and a second? Sponsor Legislator Wilson and Chair Majewski. Any discussion?
Can you explain this?
Yeah, just so you guys are aware, their due diligence period ended April 10th. So we have to renew it for just another 6 months to get them through until September, because as you guys are aware, the New York Ford application was awarded to the Village of Canary. So now we'll be in that time frame where, as the local planning committee through that process, we'll be able to start allocating and looking to where funds would be allocated. And this is one of the big projects on that. So that takes us through that process. At that time, in September, if they don't hit these benchmarks, you guys can walk away. So.
Any other discussion? No? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. Do I have anything under other? No? Okay. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Legislator Kowalczyk and Legislator Allen. 6:03.
Okay, we'll call the Physical Services Committee to order. Floor is open for discussion.
Sure. At the last meeting, I talked to Commissioner Mead about the project that was going on in the courthouse, and we discussed that there wasn't really going to be that many change orders on that project. So we're, talking about, what kind of things do we want to do? Why would we give back $100,000 if we could do a change order of another project to do something along those lines? He said that he would be looking into it, and I just was wondering if, Pete, have we heard anything? Are we going anywhere with this, or?
I have not talked to him about that. I did talk to you about that a couple weeks ago, but no, I have no further news.
Because of one of the discussions is since it's we had to put money in a contingency account, there had to be money put in for electrical, plumbing, and for general contracting. So it wasn't that we could just do all electrical. So the idea was that the 2 bathrooms that are upstairs in the northern part of the wing, do those over, and then when we do the downstairs, do the work downstairs to finish the bathrooms. So we would have 2 sets of bathrooms upstairs, and that's what he was looking at. So, because he did ask what was one of my ideas about doing stuff up there, and that was the one, because they had dismantled the bathrooms, but I'd hate to see the bathrooms just become gone, because we're gonna need them. I mean, there's a lot of room down there, under offices down there that could be occupied at some time, but again, I didn't wanna see the $90,000 given back to the state, so we had to make a decision soon.
My feeling is he was in agreement with that. I think he had a real favorable conversation with him, and it seemed like a good idea.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I would add.
But I just didn't want it to fall on, because we know we're on a time restraint.
Yes,
If
sir.
there's anything that we have to do between now and next month, or if this is a change order that we don't have to vote on, that's fine, but I just don't want to miss a vote.
Seemed like a good idea, and I'm against giving any type of money back as well. All of us.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Chair? Chair? Pete, Pete, another question for you. A couple months ago, there was discussion about Switzer Hill, and you're gonna have a group get together and discuss what we can do to continue that project. Can you update us at all of what's transpiring?
We did have a meeting about 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, to talk about it and talk about the feasibility of it and the possibility of perhaps, rather than absorbing the cost of it in 1 year, stretching out over a couple of years. I think we had talked also about the state getting more involved with that culvert at the bottom that runs parallel to Route 5, getting them to pitch in to pull down the cost as well. It was a real productive meeting, it was good, but if you'd like to do another one, we can schedule another meeting and,
No, I just wanted an update to make sure we're still progressing along with the project.
yeah, it's good to be circling back to that project, I think, because I have had a number of calls about the increased traffic and the deterioration of the other road, the town road that the traffic was diverted on. But yeah, I'm glad to be talking about that again, and I'm sure we will in the future.
Maybe the good thing would be is we could get kind of something in writing of what we plan on doing this year versus next year, so we can we don't get to September and realize that we didn't do anything.
I think the first thing to do would be to schedule another meeting and then get together before we get too busy with the summer stuff, and then we can maybe put down a plan of where we would like to be at what time. That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere.
I won't.
I got a couple phone calls from some contractors telling me that on June 1st, we're no longer going to be doing driveway permits. I'm a little confused because I'm not sure if doing driveway permits is a policy, and it's a policy that we do, and do we need to decide if we're not gonna do them or not? But, I mean, so many contractors depend on doing this kind of stuff during the summer, and, I was caught off guard. I did call up Craig. Craig did tell me that was what came down, that's what was coming down. But I just think that sometimes we should be included in some of those decisions versus someone else, but when it affects a lot of people in the community. I mean, because I think we do quite a few of these culverts for driveways, so.
Yeah, I'm all about talking about these things, and I don't know the subject that well. I don't know the track history and what we've done in the past, but I can find out, and we can have that discussion.
But I also don't know if it's a policy. I was hoping Megan was here because we could ask her if this is a policy or not a policy, because I know when we changed the price for doing them, it had to come through us to change the price.
Right.
So I would assume if we changed the price for them, then it's a policy that we need to approve or disapprove.
You said by June?
Is it June 1st?
Okay, I'll look into it.
Okay,
I'll look into it.
thanks.
Anything else, sir? Okay.
Thank you.
Anything under other? Okay, motion adjourned.
So moved.
Please,
Second. Oh.
Michelle.
Me. All right, we'll call the Public Safety Committee to order at 6:09. First thing on this agenda is discussion. Anyone have anything to discuss pertaining to this committee? Hearing none, we'll move right on to the resolutions. First resolution, a resolution accepting criminal justice discovery reform grant and authorizing county executive to sign an agreement. Sponsor, need a second?
Second.
Legislator Hedwell Jr., discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? board. Next resolution is a resolution amending the 2025 operating budget vehicle maintenance. Need a sponsor?
Sponsor.
Legislator Wilson, Legislator Hedwell Jr. Discussion. You want to fill us in a little bit?
My transmission's gone and basically, I need a new transmission for the weights and measures truck.
Okay.
It's just, you go down the road, it slams, pull dash lights up, and codes come up, transmission out of sync. Ford said you need to replace it and reprogram the new one.
Are you close?
Currently driving it, just taking it easy with it, and it does act up, but I can make do with it until I can get it fixed.
How old is the truck, right?
2020.
We screwed up. We screwed up. We should have got rid of the couple
I
years
told
ago.
everybody last year the transmission's acting up, and I put it in my budget, and I was told that I wasn't getting it last year, so.
So it looks like here you're due for, to be considered in
Right.
2026, so it's.
We looked into it to trade it in the way it is now. We'd probably get $40,000 for it, and if we replace the transmission, we'll probably get close to 20 for it. So it makes sense to fix it and trade it in.
Any further discussion? Hearing those, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Move that to the full board. Next resolution is a resolution amending the 2025 operating budget with forfeiture money. District Attorney, you need a sponsor?
I'll second.
Michelle and Herbie. Discussion? Hearing those, all in favor? Opposed, abstained? Move that to the full board. And the last resolution is a resolution authorizing county executive to enter into a lease agreement with Catholic Charities for a probation satellite office. I need a sponsor.
I'll sponsor.
Maria and Wilson. Discussion. Hearing none, all's in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Does anyone have anything under other? Not motion to adjourn? Maria? Michelle?
Okay. We'd like to call to order the Health and Human Services Committee. It is 6:12. First on the agenda is discussion. Anything? Okay, hearing none. For the first time in my tenure, I have no resolutions, so anything under other? All right, motion to adjourn. Legislator Pollock, Legislator Sweet.
I'll call the Personnel Committee to order. It is 6:13. And again, we don't have any resolutions. If there's any discussion. Seeing none, make a motion to adjourn. We have Michelle and Maria. Thank you.
Okay, I call the Government and Education Committee to order at 6:13. Any discussion? No, moving right along to first resolution amending the 2025 operating budget to carry over the ARPA funds. Need a sponsor? Legislator Kowalczyk, Legislator Pollock. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Moves to the full board. Resolution authorizing the funding projects included in the 2025 capital plan. Sponsor? Legislator Kowalczyk and Legislator Pollock. Any discussion?
We need to make a correction
Right.
on that.
Okay.
Oh, is this the one?
In the title, instead of Harold or Clune Inc., it should be Stilsing Electric.
Where are we looking?
Yeah, but that was, he didn't read, he read the one below.
That's the wrong one?
He read number 4 instead of 3.
Who,
No, he
no.
read resolution authorizing executive to execute. Which one did you just read?
I read resolution authorizing funding projects included in the 2025 capital.
You did skip
plan.
it,
I did skip it?
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We'll go back. Resolution authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Harold R. Clune for FMCC Welcome Center electrical distribution, fire alarm, and water infiltration project. Need a sponsor.
That's the one I meant to sponsor.
Okay. Legislator
And I meant-
Kowalczyk and Legislator Pollock. Any discussion?
And that's the only we need to change.
Okay, okay.
And then
We're making
it's-
changes on this one. What are we changing?
Who the contract is being awarded to.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have the information.
okay. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Moves to the full board. Resolution funding projects included in the 2025 capital plan. Need a sponsor?
Sponsor.
Legislator Headwell Jr. and Legislator Pollock. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Moves to the full board. And is there resolution authorizing funding projects included in the 2025 capital plan? We expected that one, right?
What?
Did we just do that one?
We
or
just did that one.
You got an add-on?
You have an add-on.
Add-on.
I'm waiting for that.
Okay. Add-on is resolution authorizing the county executive to sign contracts for flood insurance. Do we have a sponsor?
I'll sponsor.
Legislator Sweet and Legislator Wilson. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Moves to the full board. Do we have anything under other? Make a motion to adjourn.
So,
Legislator Pollock and Kowalczyk. Meeting adjourned at 6:16. Going to call the Budget and Finance Committee together at 6:16. Is there any discussion? Okay. First resolution is a bond resolution of the County of Montgomery, New York, dated March 25th, 2025, authorizing the replacement of the Ronson Road Bridge, estimating aggregate costs thereof to be $3,121,000, appropriating said amount therefore and authorizing the issuance of $3,121,000 in serial bonds of the county to finance said costs and related expenses. Need a sponsor? Legislator Allen, Legislator Wilson. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Moves to the full board. Second resolution, bond resolution for the County of Montgomery, New York, dated March 25th, 2025, authorizing the replacement of the Cranes Hollow Bridge, estimated the aggregate cost of therefore to be $1,574,910, appropriating said amount therefore and authorizing the issuance of $1,574,910 in serial bonds of the county to finance said costs and related expenses. I'll sponsor. Do you have a second? Legislator Kowalczyk. All those in discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Moves to the full board. Third resolution, bond resolution of the County of Montgomery, New York, dated March 25th, 2025, authorizing the funding of the Spraker Hill Culvert Replacement Project, estimating the aggregated cost thereof to be $1,072,440, appropriating said amount therefore and authorizing the issuance of $1,072,440 in serial bonds of the county to finance said costs and related expenses. Need a sponsor? Legislator Wilson, Legislator Headwell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Moves to the full board. And the final resolution is a bond resolution of the County of Montgomery, New York, dated March 25th, 2025, authorizing the replacement of the Wagner's Hollow Road Bridge, estimated the cost thereof to be $2,937,162, appropriating said amount therefore and authorizing the issuance of $2,937,162 in serial bonds of the county to finance said costs and related expenses.
Sponsor.
Sponsor, second by Legislator Sweet. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Moves to the full board. Actually, there's one more left. Resolution approving abstract of audited claims. I need a sponsor. Legislator Kowalczyk and Legislator Wilson. Any discussion?
The attachment isn't available, so maybe by next week we can unlock it up.
It should be on there.
It's not. When you
not.
click on it, it
It's not.
doesn't open.
We're
Well,
having
for-
that.
Does it say that it's on there?
It does.
It does.
there.
But it won't open.
Correct.
No.
Then goes back to IT.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's that same one that we had
Okay,
before.
thank you.
Do we have sponsors already in this?
No.
No, sponsors?
Yes, Maria and
Maria,
Wilson.
okay.
No,
Any
Clark.
discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain? Moves to the full board. Is there anything under other?
Should I get something or other? I'm not sure exactly where it goes, but I did get a phone call this morning from a gentleman that has worked here in Montgomery County for 15 years, has done he lives in Schenectady, but he's done all of his motor vehicle transactions here in Montgomery County for the last 15 years because he can do it during his break or he can do it during his lunch period. And he was a little upset that he got turned away because he didn't live here. He says he understands what's going on, but he doesn't understand why we're turning people away that actually work in the community that might not live. Because we do have people that live in Fulton County that are working here in Montgomery
Sure.
County that are in the same boat. They like to take 15 minutes to go over the motor vehicle and do their business versus taking a half a day off or a day off from work to go do their business. So I think it's something that really should be revisited and looked at.
I think the change was just made, you got the email from the county clerk then. I think that change was just made recently due to staffing issues, right? So yeah, I agree. It needs to, do you have anything to add in on that?
Yeah, I got that email as well. I think it's because of the big crush for the real ID and,
Yep.
People coming in to get their IDs by May 1st or whatever, so
Yep.
they can travel. In addition to compounded by a manpower issue in her office. So I think she was forced to do that, and it is temporary in nature, my understanding.
That's the way I thought too.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
but it's just,
Yeah, I agree.
it's not I mean, when we have employees that are gonna take a half a day off because they have to go to Fulton County now to do stuff, that doesn't help. It doesn't help us either.
I agree.
I mean, so.
So there should be a
I think
special
some-
dispensation.
I think sometimes we need to look at, by making a decision, what's to be the total effect versus looking at it. I mean, and I understand there's a shortage over there, but I think we should be looking at what we can do over there in that department to take care of the problem. I mean, last year in January, I was one of the ones, Bob Bertel was one, and they were looking to hire another supervisor. We said, no, you should hire a couple workers, don't need workers, and all of a sudden now it's come back to bite us in the butt. And we should have hired workers and not any more supervisors. But-
Agreed.
So,
Good news is it sounds like it's temporary.
Yes.
And we'll try to get an update for next week and see if we can.
And I could add that the clerk has been talking to personnel, and I've been talking to personnel as well to address this issue in a timely fashion. So we're all on the same page here.
Very good. Any further discussion? Make a motion to adjourn. Legislator Kowalczyk and Legislator Pollock.